Can you guys hear me? Hello? Yeah, you're gonna get a bunch of hellos, okay? Until I figure this out. Hello? If you can hear me. Hello? Can you guys hear me? Oh my god. Hello? Hello? Yo, what is with what is with this mic, dude? Yo, it was working like butter, I swear. It was working perfectly. For some reason, it's just hmm. Yeah. I'm gonna try the other one. Maybe the other one's not. Hello? Hello? It's still low for some reason. I have no idea why it's doing that. Hello? 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 Is this better? Hello? Yo, what is going on? Hello? Alright, forget it. I'm just gonna use the mic, the computer mic. I'm sorry, guys. Hello? Alright, Kels, you can't make noise now. Because this thing is not picking up anything.
What?
You can't make noise because this thing is not picking up anything.
Alright, Kels, you can't make noise. I don't really have a choice. This thing is not picking up anything. I still have to do. You can't make noise because this thing's not. Can you clean the bathroom or something? I'm in the middle of.
Wait, are my... Oh, wait. Send my AirPods. Send my AirPods. My AirPods might noise cancel some, I guess. Okay, you guys should be able to hear me. Because I could hear me on my phone. Okay, you guys should be able to hear me. Because I could hear me on my phone. Okay, you guys should be able to hear me. Oh, wait, you guys have seen this. Because I could hear me on my phone. Okay, you guys should be able to hear me. Oh, wait, you guys have seen this. Because I could hear me on my phone. Okay, you guys should be able to hear me. Oh wait, you guys are saying this. Because I could hear me on my phone. Okay, you guys should be able to hear me. Oh wait, you guys are saying this. Because I could hear me on my phone. Okay, you guys should be able to hear me. Oh wait, you guys are saying this. Because I could hear me on my phone. Okay, you guys should be able to hear me. What the hell? Why is it repeating? Oh, it's I had the YouTube video going, and and it was literally just repeating.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, I'm talking to you.
Can
The
you say my name before you talk so I know that you're not like recording?
the video was repeating, and I was and the mic was picking it up. All right.
True.
Okay, let's see. Yeah, this is like boomer moment right here.
This is a big yikes.
All right, window capture. It's not picking up the window. Okay, so I'm just gonna go with the live auction page, and I'm gonna use my phone to have the comments be read out. Have the comments be read out. Wait, send the headphones, Kels. Wait, send the headphones, Kels.
Don't get it.
Okay. Okay. Don't tell me these things are dead. Yeah, so someone was like looking at the Ulti Wild Edge. It's still at 560 USD. That's actually the one that I'm eyeing as well. Yeah, so someone was like looking at the Ulti. That's one that I'm eyeing as well. So if you're looking at it, I'll back off. I don't mind. I wanted to pick one up for my collection and start kind of a AE collection. But what the okay. This thing is so I have no idea. Alright, Kelsey, you have to stop this. It's fine. I don't need corn tomorrow. It's fine. Because it's actually, like, this thing is not muting sound. Like, it's picking up everything.
So what am I supposed to do for the next 2 hours?
It's not going to be at 2 hours. It's, like, going to be, like, 30 minutes.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Sorry. It's just, like, it's actually quite annoying. Not the sound, the fact that the mic picks it up. Anyway, alright. So it's 4 viewing live. Man, this video is gonna get disliked like crazy. Alright, so we're looking at, first of all, first generation Bandai Blue Eyes. So if you guys don't know, for this one, there's actually 2 versions. This is actually the first edition, because the way you can tell is by the, so right here, You see how like at the bottom, yo, this. See how at the bottom you see it says 1998? There's actually two versions, one that says 1998 and one that says 1999. The 1998 one is significantly rarer, and it's actually the first edition of this card. So it's definitely one to keep an eye out for. This is one of the first cards of Blue Eyes ever released. I'm pretty sure, excuse me, I'm pretty sure this came out even before what's it called, the DM1 Blue Eyes. So it's definitely interesting for sure. $200 at PSA 6. It's not that bad, to be honest. Like, that's basically what near mint goes for. And this one, it looks clean, so I assume that it has some sort of bend in it. There's a little bit of whitening on the edges there, but otherwise it looks really nice. So this is not a hard card to grade, to be honest. It's definitely not hard to grade because I know the pop is quite high. Let's look up the cert real quick. It is 556622 8. Wow, population is 149 higher. Let's see the Blue Eyes. Blue Eyes, there's 20 PSA 10s. Wow, it's not a lot at all, actually. And I would assume maybe 3% of them are PSA like 1998. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go tab by tab. Just look at the main ones. So there's the red eyes right there. Oh shit, you guys don't see me. Oh, there I am. I'm back. So these ones, this is the English one. I don't really like the English one. Let's take a look at the DDS. The DDS will be interesting for sure. The LOBs. Asian Unlimited, Asian. EX5? $500? Wow. PSA 10 Gem Mint. Let's take a look real quick. Wait. This one has 8 minutes left, so this is where we are. So yeah, I think this is just about the fair price. I don't think this is gonna go higher than this. I can't imagine this going more than $300. Like I said, this is the first edition. There's two versions of this. PSA does not know the difference. So when it says first generation here, it's not actually talking about the first edition that I was talking about here. Okay? First generation just means that it's the English version, because third generation came out as English. Like literally it says English in Blue Eyes here. And then here we have the first generation as well, also a holo. This is 7. It's 270. Wow. So 215, 270. You get 2 grades higher for 65 more or 55 more. This is not that good. Like once you're branching off to, I mean, wow, this is extremely high. This is extremely high. Jeez. PSA 9 DDS. What is this one going for? Same thing seems. PSA 10 14,000. This is quite nice. It's new cert and it seems reasonably clean on the back. I definitely see this at 15,000. Very nice card, honestly. This is one of those gems that, this thing is, before grading came to be, before grading came like even a thing in Yu-Gi-Oh, this was the most expensive set card ever. This was around $300 to $400 at $300 to $400 in 2012. You understand? Like Blue Eyes White Dragon was like $10 at that point. It's like maybe $15. So this card was very, very popular. The reason that it fell down compared to Blue Eyes is just because it's a lot easier to grade. So yeah, it's definitely an interesting thing that happened once grading came to be. So there's 1 minute left here. I would approximate that this sells for 5,000. I would say 5,000 is a fair price. I sold BGS 9.5 for, hold on, let's refresh this thing so that. So I sold BGS 9.5 for 8,000. I shipped it out today. So I would say 5,000 is fair for PSA 9 because BGS 9.5 is just a little bit better than the PSA 9. And then another PSA 10. This one looks really weak because it's like off center. One of my DDS actually looks like this because it's like way off center. So I can't imagine this fetching the same premium as this one because this one's really well centered. For me, I don't really care about certs too much because like I have some 6 certs that are like definitely not worthy. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna bid 1,000 on that Wild Edge. If you can bid more, you can have it. I mean, I'm not too like, I'm not gonna go into a bidding war. It's nice, but it's not that nice. Let's get these up there while we're here. The person I'm replying to is Howliday. He said, thanks Omar for all the knowledge you have shared. You wrote to me a few months ago to sell my PSA 10 Ghost Share Dark Magician, and here we are. Gonna maybe use the profit to get that Wild Edge. Haha. Yeah, I mean, go for it. If you can get it, go ahead. I'm not even gonna click on the, what's it called? Ooh, so 4,500. It's quite cheap, to be honest. 14,000. And this one. Let me tell you guys something though, okay? When you're dabbling in these types of numbers, the people who are buying them, they don't give a shit about the card. Okay? Like they don't give a shit about the condition of the card or any of that. What they care about is literally what the label says, right? They're not interested in how good the card is or anything like that. Okay, I promise you. I know many people like that. This one is OC as heck. Jeez, how's this? Bro, I've never seen an LOB card that's this bad. Dang. Another one. This one sold for, let's see. This is really bad. This is like played. So PSA 6 seems to be at around $2,000 for the LOB Blue Eyes. Remember when you tried to steal MFC box purchase from me on eBay. Good times. So they buy the grade instead of a card. Yeah, they don't. Trust me, they don't care. Hello, Dark Magician. Psa9. 38.50. EX5. I think this is so overpriced, to be honest. So overpriced. This is craziness. This thing is beat, man. Psa9 Dark Magician 3000. I believe this might be a wavy. No, it's not. Gem Mint 10. This will be interesting. This is not a reback card, so it's definitely a legit card. $17K, $18K. Wow. This card is super. Thoughts on the 3 LOB Blue Eyes that just ended? The PSA 6? 700 PSA 9. I think this is fair, to be honest. I think these PSA 9s are actually like really decently priced compared to the packs. Guys, this is 1 in 6 packs. You have to understand that 1 in 6 packs, right? You pull one of these bad boys, you're paying basically like $6,000 to pull one of these. Because that's what a pack goes for minimum. PSA 9 Red Eyes. Wow. 2,900. This is like less than Dark Magician. What? And there was 2 Dark Magicians, I believe. Yeah, there was 2 of them. I'm looking to purchase the Asian English Wild Edge, to be honest with you guys. Hopefully it didn't sell yet. 2 minutes. Yeah, I'm gonna bid 1,000 on this. If somebody else gets it, go ahead. I mean, you can have it. I'm not willing to pay more than 1,000. But I have to open a PWCC vault so that I don't pay tax. Because not about that life. But anyway, let's go back to this thing. So Dark Magician sold higher than the LOB Blue Eyes, which is very impressive. Even though it's AE. Yeah, I like AE Altis. I like them. I like the way that they look. $75 for PSA 9, worth PSA 9 Gate Garden. This is not bad. I think PSA 9 at $1,000 for thing is really good. And Gem Mint Time Wizard, 3,200. Not bad. I think this is a fair price. I think it should stabilize at 3,000. If it goes down to under that, like 2,000, I would say then maybe it's like pretty big correction, to be honest. Then Psa9 Jinzo 1600. This is the most overrated card in the game right here. This thing is printed to oblivion. This was printed in both the magazine as well as the magazine in Japan, and they were both English, and PSA doesn't know the difference. There's two different cards from this, two different stocks completely. But this is the most overrated card in like most Yu-Gi-Oh collectors' eyes, like when it comes to LOB Blue Eyes. Super, super overrated. This is a huge correction, $400. This thing went down from like 1,000. This is really big. These are actually quite hard to grade, believe it or not. Like Unlimited Dark Magician, I mean, trust me, as somebody who has a lot of these decks, this is a huge correction. Wow. This is a big fall from grace. This is an amazing deal, to be honest. Oh, shit. Shit. My bad. I didn't even look at this. I didn't even bid. I messed up. Damn. I completely forgot about this. Let's see these guys right here. Damn it. I completely forgot to bid. My bad. Oops. Oh shit. This is this one I would have liked to pick up. At $600, I think it's fair. Let's see these guys. Oh wait, Tournament Pack 9. Oh, what? Oh fuck. Dude, this is a steal. You guys have no idea how hard this card is to get, man. No idea. Let's see. Slifer 1800. That's about fair. This is a steal. I think this card is very overrated. Trust me, there's a lot of this card is really overrated. This card is appropriately rated. For $300, I think it's fair. This magazine is quite hard to get. Psa9 Flame Wingman. I think this is appropriately rated as well. I think this is a fair price for gold stamps. Psa9, I think it's fair. $1,000. This is okay. I think these are quite high, to be honest. I'm not sure if this is an ultra ulti or super ulti. If someone can enlighten me, that would be great. These things are way overpriced. This thing was printed to oblivion. Like everybody in this and their mother has this card. This is a really good price, to be honest. This one I would have liked to purchase as well. Yo, I don't know if I should be even doing it. I should just set my max bid before these things even come on to, before I even go live, and then if somebody beats me, they just beat me. Ghoster Chaos Neos. Oh, all the Cyberdark Dragon is an ultra ulti. Chaos Neos. The only thing I don't like about this card is that this can be pulled from the blisters, and blisters were like printed to oblivion. I'm telling you guys, I opened like at least 1,000 blisters. Okay, like this is how many packs I opened. Like we were buying them at like 50 cents a piece back in the day, like 50 cents a pack. All right, it was like crazy cheap, and we were pulling this card like left and right. This was like back in like 2018. Now like the blisters are like $100, but back then we were buying them for 50 cents a piece. And this card is pullable from there. This is the reason I like Magic Formula and Necroface, but I don't like this card because Necroface and Magic Formula are booster box exclusives. So you can only pull it from the box. You can't pull it from the blisters. So, and the box, we know how high the box price is. So, yeah. There's my insider information on that. I think this is a fair price. In my opinion, I think this is actually. I think this is quite cheap and quite slept on. I think in the future it'll definitely carry weight a lot more than it does right now. People don't really know how rare this card is, to be honest. Next, let's see. Retro Pack 2 PSA9. What does this go for? $759. I think that's fair price. It's not expensive, it's not low. Duelist Pack Kaiba. Is this first edition? Yeah, first edition. $330. I mean, this is your next best option. If you don't have SDK, if you can't afford SDK or DDS and you want like a good condition card that's not, chewed by a dog, this is the next best option. And I get why it fetches what it does. This is definitely altcoin territory for me though. I'm in the budget to be able to afford the higher end, so I can purchase it and I don't have to rely on altcoins per se. But yeah, it's definitely in altcoin territory. It's one step too low because there's like a little bit. I mean, LOB, DDS, and SDK, and then you have the BPT, and then maybe the jump, and then. But then again, you want the original artwork. So it's like the third best option if you want the original artwork. It's like the seventh option if you just want a Blue Eyes. Shooting Star Dragon. What did this go for? $380. I think this is a little expensive for this. I mean, these ultis are nice and hard to pull, but I still think it's a little expensive. We're not there yet. I think there's still a little bit of time to grow. Let's see this card right here. By the way, as you can see, this card is so overpriced. It's unbelievable. This is like one of the easiest cards to grade. I'm going to show you guys. PSA cert lookup. Let's take a look. 2889 7906. The satellite cannon was a really weak 10, whitening all around, otherwise I would have gotten it. Alright, fair enough, there you go. That makes sense. $28897906. Okay, that makes sense then, because I consider that really cheap, to be honest. Let's see this one. This is a nostalgia card. It's not hard to acquire. Let's see what people are willing to pay for that. These guys are quite overrated. This is overrated. Let's see. Okay, so obviously people are not willing to pay that much. This is after they fixed the secret rare foiling. I'm going to do a video on my Patreon. For those of you who are on my Patreon, I'm going to do a video where I basically show you guys the difference for the secret rare foiling for the Legendary Collection and Dragons of Legend sets, because there's a huge like unspoken fact about this card, and it's coming up in this month's video, so I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna post it on my Patreon, and then I'll probably post a like an official one on YouTube, maybe a month or two later once I finish working on the project I'm working on right now. This card's kind of okay. It's all right. I think it's a little too niche. It's just riding on the coattails of like Blue Eyes and Dark Magician. This is so overrated, man. Like, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Oh, let's see. It's a bunch of Japanese cards. I don't really know anything about them, so I'm not gonna even bother. This one's interesting because this is Kazuki Takahashi work. Oh wait, no, this is Japanese. They released this in English, so never mind. Once they've released it in English, that's it. Like, the Japanese becomes obsolete to me because I'm not gonna really collect these. The only reason I collect Japanese is to collect the rookie cards. I'm not interested in collecting reprints in Japanese because TCG is a reprint itself. So the only time I go for Japanese is when I can get like the original printing. Let's see this one right here. Let's take a look, and let's take a look at this, and we'll call it a night after that. So $4,400 after fees. After fees, you're gonna net maybe like 3,800. I know people were selling these for like 4 to 5K, so I don't really see this lasting at 4K. I could see this maybe like, I think when the dust settles and prices have truly come down enough, I think I could see this card at like 2K, to be honest. Honestly, I don't really think that it'll be that tough to find. And you have to think like this, okay? Let's just say I own this card, all right? If I own this card, I have 5 Dark Magicians to sell, all right? And like most people, okay, I don't do this because I'm a disciplined investor, but most people, when they look at this, when they're buying stuff, they're not very disciplined. They leave themselves check to check. So if you think about it like this, I have 7 Dark Magicians. I have the LOB, DDS, SDY. What else do I have? Like, let's just say BPT and one more rare one. And then this is my 7th one. Which one is the easiest to replace? Okay, which one will be, if I sell it, I'm going to be able to get it back later. All right? Because, you know what? Like, this thing is a nice card to own. I would love to own this card in PSA 10. But for $4,000, what can I get instead? And I can get PSA 9 Dark Magician Girl MFC First Edition. Right? What would you take? Would you take a MFC Dark Magician Girl MFC, or would you rather take this? The difference in grade, okay, I get it. But to me, I'm going to go with a card over the grade. So because of this, I really don't see this. The reason I put this at 2K is because I would rather have this in PSA 10 than Dark Magician Girl in PSA 7. This is why I would rather have this one. Okay, so when I come up with pricing, this is how I kind of price them. Like, what can I get instead? All right, for 4,400, I can probably get like 2 Soul the Duelist boxes, unlimited, first edition hobby. I can get, Force of the Breaker, 2 Force of the Breaker hobbies, right? I'd rather take those than this card, right? Because those other ones are harder to replace than this one, because I know that more will be coming out as more and more and more people open up Ghosts from the Past. Are they going to open up Magician's Force? That is very less likely, right? Because that's how you're going to get a 9 or a 10. You understand? That's how you're going to get the 9 or 10. You're going to have to open it. It's very rare that you're going to find somebody selling a minty DMG anymore. You understand? However, if you find, like, a DMG in your collection and it's not really that protected, it can get the 7, right? It can get the 7, it can get the 6. So because of this, it can even get the 8, to be honest. So because of this, I have to consider that, the chances of somebody pulling a DMG, the chances of somebody having this Dark Magician, the Ghost Rare, subbing it in and getting a PSA 10, I would say is equal to somebody finding a DMG that's valued around 6 or 7, PSA 6 or 7. You understand? So this is a kind of like one of the thought processes I use when I'm trying to calculate a price, right? Like, what would I rather have instead, and how likely is it to come into fruition? How likely is it to come to become a reality, right? With this one, is the chances of this getting a PSA 10, somebody pulling and grading this in PSA 10, are they higher than finding 2 or 3 PSA 7 Dark Magician girls to resupply the market? I don't think that's possible. However, it is equal possibility that PSA 10, that this PSA 10 is equal to the chances of somebody finding a PSA 6 or 7 in their collection and subbing it in and getting a PSA 6 or 7. So I look at the PSA 6 or 7, that's around the $2,000 mark. So I would say that this is valued around $2,000. I definitely don't think it's $4,500, to be honest. I really think that's overvalued. I mean, you can get so much for that, dude. You can get so much. Why would you buy a new card? Why would you buy a 2021 card when you can get a PSA 9 and have 1500 on top? Like, I don't understand that. A PSA 9 DMG and 1500 on top? Like, that's a no-brainer to me. I don't know. That's a no-brainer to me. People get really hung up on these labels. Trust me, guys, you have to think about the card condition, like truly the condition, right? Like, if you can get a truly mint card, PSA 9, instead of this, and save $1,500, there you go. I mean, the answer is so clear. That's just me, though. And then a PSA 9 Exodia set. It seems like this guy subbed all of them in, and then he just bought this one so that he can have the complete set. But this is definitely nice for sure. This is definitely nice. Wow. I wonder what this will go for. Excuse me. Someone said, however, there seems to be a correction with that PSA 9 DMG at $3,000 USD. It does seem low, no? I agree. I think it's quite low compared to just the raw price. I mean, the raw price is like 1,000 to 1,500, right? PSA 9 should be at least double that. Okay, so it's basically that right now, which is which is basically the low point. The only way I can see the PSA 9 going down lower is if the raw card goes lower. So that's how I see it, at least. And let's take a look real quick at MFC-00 and M. Like, look at this. Look at these prices. Let's see what it's actually selling for. Man, whoever got that PSA 9, if it's clean, you got a steal, honestly. PSA 8. Usually, PSA 9 is double the price of PSA 8. Let's see this one. June 19th. What did this go for? 4,200. This is a month ago. It went for 4,200. PSA 7 went for 1,600. 1,600. Yeah, I think a 9 for 3K is not bad at all, to be honest. I think you'd be getting a pretty decent copy. Let's take a. I just want to see the condition of it real quick. By the way, don't buy Korean cards. Alright, let's take a look real quick. Let's see the condition on this bad boy. I mean, look at this thing. There's no whitening on this thing. The centering is fantastic. Yo, crack this out. I mean, the centering at the bottom is not that good. I don't think it'll get to 10, but I mean, this is as good as you're going to get for PSA 9. You got a clean copy. Like, look, you have to understand, if you're not in a position to pay 10, 15,000 for a PSA 10 Dark Magician Girl, if you're not in a position to do this, and, you know, like, if you lose it, you can sleep fine, you shouldn't be buying that. You should be buying the 9. Okay? And this is as clean of a specimen as you can get, honestly. This thing is gorgeous. Wow. Whoever got this got a really nice deal. In my opinion, I think it's a really nice deal. Really low risk compared to like 4,500 Dark Magician. This is nice. Honestly, this is a really nice card. You're gonna see my video, man. I am like, you'll see. Take this in. Extremely hard to find, but it has here, and because of that, you know, this is arguably the biggest staple of my collection, other than the cards that are coming up next. You're gonna see this video. I put a ton of production value into it, and I fangirl over this card so much. So yeah, anyway, that's basically it on that. You just got a preview of the video that's coming up. Once I get to 10,000, I'm going to release it. It's a lot of work, so I would like to make it kind of memorable. So yeah, that's basically that. PWCC for you guys. Thanks for watching. My friend's dad has 8 of them mint in one of his collection binder. Yeah, I have 4 of them mint as well, non-graded. But yeah, I still take it over any Dark Magician, to be honest, released in 2021, sorry. So yeah, anyway guys, thanks for watching. I really appreciate you tuning in. I appreciate you guys subscribing and, you know, all that jazz. Stay tuned on my Patreon if you're a patron. You're gonna get a really nice video for Legendary Collection Yugi's World. You'll be really impressed. Anyway, let me just take a look at the last few comments. My friend's dad. That's, whoa, spoilers. Haha. Yeah. Looks insane. Appreciate it. What would be your opinion on unlimited MFC DMG? I like it, but it's risky. You know, even if okay, look, there's, I'm gonna say this before I end the stream. So MFC Dark Magician Girl, we all know that it has never been reprinted. Okay, MFC was never reprinted in anywhere other than Master Collection 2, and that binder is like $1,000. So MFC's like that is in its own category. MFC and actually Pharaonic Guardian, but nobody really gives a shit about Pharaonic Guardian. So MFC is the thing that we talk about right now. As of right now, I think it's the best unlimited card you can buy. Okay. However, it is risky because if Konami decides, to press that button and hit the printing press, all right, it's going to be really, really tough to retain value because the people who are buying unlimited over the first edition, they don't give a shit about OG or new copy, okay? Like that's the honest truth, right? The people who are buying unlimited right now are people who are not really interested in owning that collector value aspect of it. They just want to buy that card, okay? And whether they're buying new or OG or whatever, they're going to be very, very few people that are looking for, I'm looking for OG print Dark Magician Girl. Okay, it's going to be very tough to find those kinds of people, and this is why I don't think it will retain value. You understand? So it's people like that, to be honest, that are buying the unlimited MFC DMG. Like, don't get me wrong, there might be some exceptions who I mean, dude, MFC DMG PSA 10 unlimited is like $2,500. Buy the PSA 9 for first edition for freaking the same price. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's just, I don't know, man. Like, when somebody values a PSA 10 unlimited over a first edition PSA 9, that's somebody buying into the hype because you're buying a completely different card. You know what I mean? You're buying, like, I know the first edition stamp is small, but it makes a huge difference when it comes to the cards. I'm telling you, like, as somebody who's been collecting for a long time, that first edition is sort of like a stamp of guarantee that it will never come again. The unlimited is a stamp of guarantee that you will never be able to sleep at night because Konami might creep up behind you and print the shit out of your card. You understand? So that's the thing with that, okay? So just keep that in mind. Proceed with caution. Yeah. So let's see what else you guys are saying before we end. Thoughts on Starlight, Stardust Dragon. I really like it. I would not pay more than $300 for these Starlights. The Starlight is basically the cost of the case divided by 3, okay? Because everybody's going to be pulling them. And to be honest with you, unless there's like 5, 10, 15 Starlights in that set, where basically it makes it impossible to pull this damn card, I wouldn't pay more than $300 for these Starlights. All of them. Like, I would love to own Black Rose, but I'm not paying no $600 for it. Like, I'm sorry. $600 can get me. Well, nowadays it can't really get you shit, but what can $600 get me in Yu-Gi-Oh? $600. like a like a like a fucking LOB pack, first edition. You can buy a LOB pack first edition. That's as far as you can go with $600. Damn, yo, this hobby is so expensive, man. um. Anyway, yeah, that's my thoughts on that. I just don't. I would not pay more than $300 for these Starlights because they're just too new. Um. Yeah, first ed MFC blister. I have a video on blisters, so I would definitely check that out. You're on my Patreon, I believe. So, um, I definitely check out the blisters video because I touched on a lot of things in that video. All right, so hold on. What do you think? What do you think a fair price for the PSA 6 Blue Eyes was? Yeah, I think 2K is okay. When you're buying a PSA 6, you're trying to get the cleanest card possible. So I would say 2K for the best card possible. That's how you have to think about it when you're going to like those lower grades. Um, someone basic. I'm just going to repeat the questions because I don't know if it shows you guys the questions later on. The person, Gurdeep, asked, "What do you think a fair price for the PSA 6 Blue Eyes was?" Um, how about Starter Decks Unlimited as first edition? Is it the same? I think the cards are the same. I think the sealed product is not. Sealed product, for example, Starter Deck Unlimited, Kaiba, and Yugi, they have that first edition stamp. They have it. Obviously, it doesn't say first edition, but they have it with that logo. Once you have that square logo, you're basically buying first edition. And when people are buying sealed product who can't afford first edition SDK, even if they re-release Starter Deck Kaiba, people are still going to buy that first edition copy of the Unlimited because there's no second tier. It's either first edition or unlimited. There's no an in-between option. So I don't think unlimited starter decks will be as affected in the long run as unlimited cards. I think that cards will be much more affected because you're not going to be able to, just look at the picture and be like, yeah, that's a first edition. Because that's what you need to look for when you're talking about like the identity of cards. You have to be able to look at it from far away without, like tilting it and without, doing some random things to be able to identify that this is an unlimited copy. So you want to be able to, look at it from far away, identify first edition. Like for example, like Legend of Zelda, right? The first edition, it was never released in first edition, but like the first edition of that game has a gray circle Nintendo logo, seal of quality. Okay, soon as you see that, that's it right there. You know that that's a first edition, and people are willing to pay for that. So it's the same thing with the unlimited starter decks. As soon as you see the square logo and it's like glaring right at the top left, you know that that's an OG 2002, like not even 2003. You understand? Like this is strictly 2002. You know right away that this is this is like a first edition unlimited, which I think people will pay the premium for in the future as more and more what's it called? I forgot what I was saying. Like as damn, I started reading the comments. I gotta stop doing this. I got Stardust. Pulled a first edition MFC. It can get you a 5Ds box for 600. Exactly. Yeah, I would definitely buy the 5Ds box before I buy the freaking Starlight rare. You open some FET first packs. Would you sell the common slash layers slash supers that you got from there? I'm trying to finish the set. Yeah, man. Just shoot me a message and what's it called? Shoot me a message and yeah, we'll work something out. Are you gonna get into video game collecting, Omar? I have video games myself. I like video games. I like collecting them. I just think they have a lot of history and they're really good. Maverick. Message retracted. Have your thoughts changed about DDS since the Asian sticker thing? Yeah, I did. Honestly, yeah. I don't trust like one that's like graded like 6 cert, to be honest. So this is why I don't really like. I am not buying a Blue Eyes after like the 4-5 cert DDS. So yeah, because you know it might be legit. That's all fine and dandy, but I just can't put myself at that risk when it comes to, like $15,000 investment, right? It's just too much risk for it to be fake, and yeah, I just can't put myself at that risk, and because of this, I have not bought a DDS over the 4.5 cert. 4.5 cert is basically last year November. No, last year March. That's 4.5 cert. So yeah, this is why I haven't touched them. Like somebody actually offered to sell me one, but I'm not buying them. I'll buy it raw because I'll know that it's fake, but graded, no chance. Thoughts on Master Duel Strictly? I think it's nice. I kind of tapped out of the game after the Insectors came out. Insectors tilted me, and after that I left. So I don't have any plans of going back. However, I do watch here and there sometimes, like some deck builds and stuff like that. But I wouldn't go back. They need to find a way to slow the game down. I can't do like no 7-minute turns. You know what I mean? Like that's just too ridiculous. They have to find a way to. If they don't, I don't really think that the game will survive because you can't get any new players, right? Like who the hell's gonna enter the game when they have to wait 7 turns to wait for the for the other guy to like finish his turn? It's just too ridiculous. It's just too ridiculous. Like it's actually like go watch if you guys want something to watch. Go watch a video by Team Samurai, my boy. Shout out to you, Sam. He released it either today or yesterday. He released it today or yesterday, and if you go watch that, look at how that guy brought the 3 god cards in one turn. It's just ridiculous. Like it's just ridiculous, dude. Like it was like a 20-minute video of him literally just making the combos and putting them out first turn. Now, yes, I get, like a Valor or a Ash Blossom completely destroys that, but think about that. Like that's just craziness. I don't know. I just think that's like a little overboard. Like I don't have the time to put in that much I don't have the time to put the practice into learning the game, if that makes sense. How did you get your 2002 starter deck poster? I got it by paying, I think, like $15 or maybe $10. I won the Wild Edge. I think AE is way undervalued at the moment. Thankfully you missed it. Yeah, I mean, I do think it's undervalued, but you're going to be waiting like a very long time before it starts to see some fruit, if that makes sense. So just make sure you're ready for that. Like that's all I tell people. Like in Yu-Gi-Oh in general, it's all underrated. It's all about how long you're willing to wait, because Yu-Gi-Oh is very, very young, okay? But most people, they're expecting returns like within a month, all right? That's the thing. So you're not going to see that with Yu-Gi-Oh anymore. Like you saw in the past year, because, the printer went brrrr. But for the most part, you're not going to see that. Like maybe like once every couple of years, you're going to see an increase. You know what I mean? Like people don't know what it was like in 2018, dude. 2018, 2017, I bought a card for $100. I was happy if I sold it for 105 net. You understand? That's how it was. Like I was buying cards for $100, selling them for 105. Okay? So you have to understand this is how the life was before, and this is what you're going to see moving forward, okay? So for most people, they don't love the game that much. You understand? Nobody. I love the game, and this is why I was willing to put in that time. But most people are not. So you have to consider that when you're investing in this game, and hopefully, people pay attention to, whatever it is that you're invested in. But I'm telling you guys, you're gonna see in the next year, 2 years, because the money is stopping right now, right? The money is still stopping, and once, I think August 11th is when those when the what is it called, the thing when they don't kick you out for missing rent. The eviction ban, yeah. The eviction ban, once that starts coming back, you're gonna start seeing a lot of people start to sell, and the prices are gonna really start coming back down. So just keep that in mind when you're investing, and make sure you're not putting your life savings into this card game. You have cash reserves. Honestly, when you're buying these things, it has to be like you have to have so much cash reserves that if you lose this, you'll be okay. All right? Like, even if I lost my whole collection, I will still be okay for the next 2 years. I'm going to lose a lot of effort, obviously. I mean, I put in a ton of work the past 4 years, but I'm not going to be distraught. I'm not going to throw myself off the roof for losing this collection. You understand? I still have reserves. I have my priorities straight. And this is what I mean by discipline. So make sure you're just disciplined when you do this, because these are risky assets, and you don't want to be caught with your pants down. You understand? So that's what good businessmen do, to be honest. Like, people who leverage everything for these cards, I think they're doing themselves a disservice. So yeah. Um, let's see what people are saying. Yeah, Asian English is slept on for sure. I agree. Um, hey Omar, I'm still debating the draft. I haven't forgotten you. Yeah, no worries, man. It's it's not really actively being sold. So many collectors selling right now. Yeah, dude. So many quote unquote collectors, dude. Allegedly. Yeah, I think that you'll see the, what's it called? You'll see. I'm the guy you sold the Alti First Ed Dark World D-Links PSA 10 to. I love it so much, even if the value dies. Thanks again. Um, yeah. Anyway, I'm glad you like it, man. Really, thank you for supporting my business, and thank you for purchasing from me. Dark World Dealings is an awesome card, man. I still remember how nightmarish Dark World was, dude. Like, it was truly a nightmare deck, man. Like, I hated that deck. I hated the way it worked. I hated everything about it. Every single card, every damn thing was a damn beat stick, like 2800, 2900. It's just disgusting. I hated that deck. But I'm glad that I was able to kind of build it. A lot of people are starting to go back now and trying to build their decks in PSA 10. You understand? So that, I think that's so cool. Like, being able to build your old deck like that you played with in 2008 in PSA 10 and having it on display. Like, imagine that. Like, that's so amazing. Do you think the wait for PSA is going to be like this for a while, or a change now since modern stuff has gone down? No, I still think they have a lot of backlog. I think it'll be like this for around another year. That shit was horrid. Had me flipping tables. Fuck Dark World. Yeah, for real. That's that is what Dark World was. Most disgusting deck I ever played. Like, bro, I'd rather face Insectors, no joke. Dark World literally tilts me. That shit's funny. But yeah, like think about that. I think that would be an amazing idea. Like I wish I played back in the day. Like I didn't really play much. I only played like on the virtual thing, but because I couldn't afford to play anything. But imagine that, like all of these like expert players, you have a frame on your wall, and you have the whole deck, or at least like the hollows of the deck on display. Just sick. Like it would actually be sick. LOB first Dark World card. What is it? Skull Servant? I have no idea. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm building my cyber deck in PSA/BGS Asian English where I can. Yeah, dude, honestly, it's gonna look so good. Even in PSA 9, I'm telling you guys, that display is so sick. Like, you're gonna look back and you're gonna see, damn, like, this is the thing that, I ruled the playground with, or I got stomped on the playground with. You know what I mean? You don't need the whole deck, like, literally just the hollows or maybe the max rarity of whatever cards. I don't know. Like, oh, Dark World Thorns. Yeah, for real. But yeah, I just think that's an amazing idea. Honestly, like I don't know. I just think it's badass. For me, I'm a binder guy. I can't wait to share with you guys my binder collection. I mean, I have a massive collection. I'm going slowly with you guys, and I'm gonna just basically show you as I get more cards. I'm gonna put them in. So yeah. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna call it a night. Um, I need to sleep. I need to wake up at like very early in the morning. Thanks for tuning into this live. Thank you for joining me, and hopefully you guys learned something and learned a little bit about my perspective. Check out my Patreon if you want to learn how I'm buying and selling every single month and how I think. And what's it called? Check out my IG, my Instagram, in the description box, strictly sealed. And yeah, and I'll see you guys next month and in the next video. All right? Take care, guys.